But the night I nearly filled my pockets up with gold. And I wish the same for you. I wish the same for you. And I had you there to hold me. It was good enough for them, 'cause I was lonely.
Well, hey, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, everybody in the big wide world. It's Splasher 6 Flight Sim back at you on a fun fly Friday night. How's everybody doing out there? See Angry One Horns chomping at the bit. And let's see, saying at least the dressy didn't take my achievements away. Dressy, dressy. Let's see. You'd have to follow up on that one with me. I'm not sure what dressy is. But tonight we are continuing our little uh, splasher story from last week at Palm Springs in the air show, the little mini air show I saw back in 2013. Oh, the reset. Gotcha. Gotcha. Hey, Flox. How's it going, buddy? Welcome, welcome. Let's get the old fly button punched here. And we'll drop into the KSPS. Is that where we're at? Palm Springs. Hey, Flox. Welcome, welcome. So I didn't really plan on doing a follow up to the Palm Springs story, but something came up on Flight Sim 2 this week that was like, I can't believe this happened, and right after my stream from last week. All right, let's get it in the right time of the day here, kids. It's not that dark yet. Come on. All right, all right. So, okay. Let's take us back to the video that I posted from that afternoon, where we got to see the P-38 fly out of Palm Springs and the mini little air show. Let me see if I can bring that video up without it spreading out all over the both there. So, okay, quickly. Oh, I didn't catch it. So, if you look, tail number, and I had no idea what plane this was. And it doesn't really show up in the video here. So notice the 162, right? So I'm minding my own business this week, looking for new liveries for the P-38, and to what my lo and behold surprise comes up, 162. It just happens that somebody made a livery just for this plane, which is called 23 Skidoo. The very plane that I got to see back in 2013. And I was, I know it. I had no idea. I was just, like I say, trolling Flight Sim 2, looking for new P-38 liveries this week. And I saw this 162 plane. And what tipped me off was the story behind it was it's based in Chino. I'm going, That can't be. And lo and behold, it's the same plane. I had I had no memory of the nose art and what plane it was. I just remember when they took off, they were headed back to Chino. I remember the announcer saying that when they took off, they were going to make a couple passes, even Viper Strike, and they were going to take off and go to Chino, where they were based. So somebody, uh, some livery designer on FlightSim.2 this week randomly chose 23 Skidoo to mock up. So we're going to make that flight from Palm Springs back to Chino tonight for the first flight of the night. So we'll hang out here a little bit. Yeah, Viper Strike with the Let's Go Cadets emotes from Splasher 6 Flight Sim. Yeah. And a couple others. My air medal emotes are in there too. Original photos from my dad's actual medals taken by me and doctored up by the one and only Foxtrot because Splasher couldn't figure out how to get him how to get him small enough and the right size to get on to Twitch. So thanks again, Foxtrot, for that. Appreciate that. But yeah, we're gonna take a short little flight. It's only gonna be about 45-minute flight or so on up to Chino, which I had no idea where Chino was. Um, but yeah, and while we're all at it here, definitely check out these guys if y'all are out there looking for Flowtrot or different streamers to follow. Definitely check out Foxtrot and Viper Strike for sure. All great streamers to follow. My end of the week typing skills are lacking. Viper Strike 95, I believe, is probably going to have another baseball stream coming up soon, which I'm sure he'll update us on here very shortly. And also Angry One Horn, who just started off on a round the world flight with the I still can't remember the name of the plane. Not the Fokker. I'm blank. I got so much other stuff I'm paying attention to here. Jump in, guys. Definitely. So I took another flight last night from Chino down to uh, non-stream, from Chino down to Palm Springs in the P-38. And I swear this thing starts differently every time I try to start it. So I was reading some advice today that it's good to dial in about 2 or 3 degrees of nose up trim. The thing is, not sure. Okay, there we go. Kind of looking at the dial here. There's nose down. Oh, there's the pointer. Okay, gotcha. So we'll dial in a little bit of nose up trim. Hope everybody had a good week. So we're gonna turn on reset our switches, turn them back on, reset all of our throttles. Those looking good. I still haven't. Okay. Get our electrics on. I still have no movement of any of my control levers. I'm telling you, this thing is really kind of freaky sometimes. I'm not really sure what goes on with this thing. Got him to work last night when I flew. The other thing is, I was able to start with the key switch. Yeah. So I've got response and gauge response and everything. There's my RPM movement and my manifold pressure. Manifold pressure goes up and down. I've got no movement whatsoever on any of the levers in the cockpit view, but everything seems to work. Interesting. And yet it worked last night. It did work last night, but I don't know. Jump back out here. See if anybody's jumping in. I did read through the manual and I figured out how to drop the gas tanks, the external tanks. And see, I didn't have to monkey around with the what we got here. See, I'm on mains, and it's not supposed. It's supposed to start. It's supposed to only start on reserves. Yeah, um, the manual is kind of buried in one of the folders, in one of the deeper folders, and it is a pretty good read actually. It's a nice overview. Oh no no no! Don't do that. Oh no 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 no! Don't do that. I want them on the same. I want them on the same tank. On the mains. All right. And the other thing is the cockpit views are kind of screwy sometimes. They don't reset. Or they don't center themselves, I guess is what I want to say. Anybody remember the keybind for centering the cockpit view? I tried the key number 5. That doesn't do it. What about keyboard number 5? Nope. Alpha is the left side white button by the hi-hat. Yeah, except I've reprogrammed that left button by the hi-hat as my inside and outside switch. Hey Fox, if you want to, you're more than welcome to jump on to Streaming Voice on my Discord. I'm on there now. Hello, Raleigh Mall. Good day, mate. Good on you. Hope you're doing well.
Good day, mate.
Good day, mate. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Yeah,
Hey, Rolly.
that white button by the hat on the left, I reprogrammed that for switching to my internal versus external view. Or maybe the trigger on the finger. Does that do it? No, that doesn't do it either. There's also that button, that white button on the left that's like on the trigger.
Yeah, that's my drone mode. I left all mine defaulted.
Yeah.
And the left button on the right button next to that red big round button.
Yeah.
That was my internal external one.
Oh, okay. Let me try that one. There we go. Yeah, I see. I moved it to the left because I switched from external to internal a lot, and I fly with my left hand a lot.
Mm.
So when I saw that was on the right, I thought that this is not going to work because I'll always be reaching for that to switch from internal to external. But you're right. The one by the red button, I changed to my brake, emergency brake button. Okay. And then the white one, I just did it, and it did center it. So thank you. Appreciate that.
And hey, that link I just shared.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty cool.
In Discord?
No, it's in chat.
Oh, wait a minute.
It let me do it in chat there.
I'm not seeing it, but let me look in.
Oh, maybe it held it.
Yeah. It shouldn't. I think I have you cleared for links.
Let me put it in chat.
Okay.
And you might want to take a look before you take off if we have time here.
Sure.
Let me see here.
Yeah, you bet.
General chat. I think I'll put it in general chat. Here we go. It's actually kind of cool.
Oh, in Discord though, right?
I put it in general chat in Discord.
In Discord, gotcha.
Yeah. There we go. It's also in chat on
the
stream, but I guess you can't see it.
Yeah, it didn't come up. All right. Looking at it.
Can you pull it over to where we can see it?
I might be able to. Yes, hang on. Yeah. I think this should work. This is going to be...
It's going to take a minute to load. It took it a minute to load for me. It looks like your connection's faster.
Does that show? Yeah, that did show.
This.
All right. Ooh. Oh, an original pilot training manual. Nice.
Is that cool?
Nice. That is General Arnold. Wow.
And go down to page 66.
Got it. 66.
And I love these old drawings and stuff that they used to do back then.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and those things that like that little cartoon character there.
Yeah, I know.
So cool. It's just old school,
Cockpit,
man.
cockpit
It's
check.
old school before there was old school.
Yes. Yes. Cockpit lights, fluorescent lights, position lights, spotlight. I had read somewhere that a lot of these um, companies that printed these manuals, some of them hired Disney artists
Mm.
and starting engines. Oh yeah, yeah. Booster pump on, generator switches on, battery ignition switches, idle cutoff. Yeah, this is the real deal.
Right?
Yeah, this is the real deal.
I just now stumbled across it. I'm like, oh, I wonder if there's like
Yeah,
a real veteran pilot's guide
yeah,
to starting one of these things up. And I stumbled across this actual copy of a handbook, training handbook. So yeah, I thought this would be a good read.
yeah. You probably find a lot of stuff in here that you're not going to see in the sim too, for sure. How to hold and use the toe brakes,
Yeah, it's all there, right?
wrong and right. Interesting. Oh wow, wow. Real detail before takeoff. Oh yeah, I guess save that.
And then up above there was a picture of the
Hmm.
cockpit and kind of labeling everything.
Yeah,
And I just glanced at it as I was scrolling through it before I shared the link with you.
that's
But
cool.
I'm just kind of curious, how accurate it is. And also, I noticed up above that it showed two different yokes. One was round, kind of like in the DC-6.
Yeah,
Was kind of like that. And then the yoke that we have, and the roundish one it said old yoke, and then the one that's in the sim, it said new yoke.
New
And
yoke.
that's in this little training manual here.
Yeah, because some of that was what I was noticing when I first saw the interior of this one, is that the yoke looked different from what I've seen other interiors. But like you said, it's the newer. This one's the newer version. Yeah. Wow. Dives.
To, in the manual, even in the manual, back when this manual was made, it was considered new. You know.
Right. Right. Normal dive recovery. Manifold pressure must be kept at or above 20 inches during extended shallow dives in order to prevent the engines from misfiring when you
Oh wow.
advance the throttles after the pullout from the dive.
Oh man.
So don't idle them down too much, or the engine will misfire. There's just so much detail that here they talk about compressibility. So that was a big problem in the earlier versions, as we all know. And they had those dive brakes added. Wow. Relationship of airspeed and altitude.
And
Compressibility.
I just love
Yeah.
how it's presented in these old, you know,
Yeah.
manuals.
35,000 feet, 670 miles an hour. At sea level equals 760. The speed of sound decreases with an increase of altitude.
Oh yeah, because the air is thinner, right?
Because of air density. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
Angry One Horn says, "Hey, hey, hey, Angry, how you doing, bud?"
This is cool. Cool. Thanks, bud. Thanks for
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
See if you can scroll up and find that interior cockpit picture real quick.
yeah.
Let's just
Is it
have a quick look at that. It's up higher.
is it up higher? Okay.
Yeah, and it should you should be able to scroll a little faster.
Trying to
It
see
should
if there's a
it should stand out.
page up or page down button, but there isn't. Let's see.
Grab the cursor there on the right. There you go.
Yeah.
Just kind of go up. There you go.
Is it so? It's before the pre-flight check and all that section.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
gotcha.
Yep.
Rockets. I'm going to fire rockets. Rockets or bombs? Switching to guns, Goose. Switching to guns. Speaking of guns.
There they are. Yeah.
Oxygen. hard time scrolling slow. So let's see. Systems. You think it was closer to the beginning?
Yeah, you're almost there because this is part of the getting you used to everything. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's getting there.
I would think that the
Oh wait, go back
oh
down a little bit to where you see the guy pushing the button.
yeah, I remember.
There's
Yeah.
a cartoon of a guy pushing a button,
Mm-hmm.
and take a look at what that says.
Caution before takeoff and frequently during the flight that circuit breakers are set. Yeah. No kidding.
Oh my god! Right?
Left
Yeah.
left prop circuit breaker, right prop circuit breaker. Interesting.
The
Propeller.
keyword frequently during flight.
Yeah. Propeller circuit breaker. The Curtiss electric propellers have circuit breakers. Protect them from against electrical overloads. Oh, I bet that had to do with the pitch adjustment.
Mm.
Yeah, the pitch adjustment was electric. Yeah. I think in the B-17s it was hydraulic because they had to. I remember Dad saying they had to cycle them frequently so the oil wouldn't get cold.
Mm.
I think we're getting close.
Yeah, you should be.
Yeah. Cockpit right side. Cockpit panel. Looks very similar.
There you go. Yeah, it's all there, right?
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, there's the.
There you go. That's the picture I saw as I was
Yeah.
going through. I'm like, oh wow, that's a doozy.
Wow. But everything's there. It's depicted very accurately in the sim.
Right.
Yeah, even I'm looking at the style of the box. That's the arming box for bombs and tank drop. Yeah. Well, there's the yoke. Yeah, that one
Is
on.
it there? Okay,
Yeah, there's the yoke. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the one on the left is the one I remember seeing from P-38s, and that's the earlier version. Yeah. Oh,
And
wheel new.
this is like a variation of the Spitfire yoke. It's that kind of
Yeah.
wonky, but it's a unique setup.
It's more like a civilian airplane. It's not a stick, you know. And the Spitfire was more like a stick, except at the top, it had that what they call the spade grip, that circle grip, which made it unique. But
And they both have that knuckle kind of, but it's a little different location. But that knuckle to the right, they both kind of have that knuckle to
mm-hmm,
go left and right, and then
mm-hmm,
then you can also go forward and back.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yep.
cool. Wow, I could spend a day reading that thing.
Yeah, that's a good one, right?
Wow, that is.
I had to share it.
Yeah,
Was,
appreciate that.
by luck.
Cool, cool. Okay, I'm gonna swing this back over because I use this to monitor Twitch, and everything goes kaput. There we go. Figure out still how that does that. Bring OBS back on the left side and check chat for a little bit. Just everybody greeting. Sounds good. We're all kind of sitting on the tarmac here. I don't know if anybody else is spawned in or not, but that's okay. If not, we'll.
I gotta load up. I haven't loaded up yet, so
Oh.
I'll catch up to you.
Okay, I'll hang on. No biggie. Yeah, so I was kind of reading. I don't know if anybody has checked out Flying Iron's Discord. Is very informative. Definitely go to Flying Iron Simulations, and it's their Discord is just FS, their little insignia. It's kind of hard to pick out, but there's a lot of good. It's fairly active, and There's a lot of good information on their Discord channel. So if y'all haven't signed up for Flying Iron Simulations Discord channel, do that for sure. And then also the other Discord channel I've been looking at a lot lately is Got Gravel. Um, Got Gravel's Discord channel is very active and very informative. Also, I don't have links at the moment. Sorry, but haven't got those into commands yet. But definitely check those two out. And the Got Gravel one, especially because it covers all of the bush planes, the carbon cub planes. So, well, what they were saying on tricks for the takeoff and landing is I can't remember the manifold pressures now, manifold and the RPMs. But the one thing I do remember is like 3 or 4 degrees of trim up on takeoff helps a lot.
Trying to find my P38. There it is. Gotta put that back in the community folder. I had cleaned out my community folder.
Oh, right. Yeah. Hope things are still stable.
You know,
They doing all right?
Yeah, it's better, but there's
Yeah.
something that's still a little wonky going on with whenever I fire. If I fly the sim on its own,
Yeah.
the frame rate is solid green, no red spikes, no nothing. But if I fire up when I fire up OBS Studio,
Uh huh.
every 15 or 20 seconds, I
Yeah.
get a hard like red spike hit, and
Oh,
I don't know what it's fishing for or what it's looking for, but
interesting.
sometimes it interrupts and kind of pauses the frame rate in the
Uh huh.
sim a little bit.
Uh huh.
So I've been playing around with that. So I what was happening when I had all my settings kind of where they maxed out at medium or a little bit above in some cases,
Uh huh.
it was 10 frames per second whenever I'd open up OBS Studio, and I couldn't stream with it. That's why I canceled the
Oh.
stream this past Wednesday
Oh, right.
because
Yeah.
it wouldn't do it, and I didn't do anything different. I don't know. I
Huh.
don't know what happened. So,
Oh,
anyways,
wow. Wow.
I was working through that past couple nights.
Yeah. Well, I was kind of curious about I mean, your memory combination of 24 gig. Um, if that's maybe a combination of 3 8 gig um,
So I have four.
sticks.
I have 4 sticks in there.
Oh.
So there's 4 sticks in there, and I can't remember. They're all the same manufacturer.
Uh huh.
They're called Ripjaw, I think is what they're called.
Yep, I've heard of that. Heard of that.
And if I remember correctly, I think what I did was I'm not maxing out my motherboard's limitation for memory for RAM,
Mm-hmm.
and in order to do so, um, I I went ahead and when I purchased the most recent 2 sticks of RAM because I only had 2 sticks in it.
Uh huh.
I went ahead and purchased out the max amount that I could put in there in case I ever replace the earlier 2 sets of RAM that are not maxed out. So
Oh,
that could be where the off balance is.
right.
Um,
Right.
so I got to look at that. I can't remember off the top of my head what my God, it's been a year and a half or two since I put the machine together, and I can't
Uh
remember
huh.
what those sticks are.
Well, it's good you got four, and that because I was thinking if you had three, that if memory can be kind of finicky like that, and if it's like it likes to be either 2 or 4 sticks, you know what I mean, and in combinations like that. So there might have been some more efficiency you could have wrung out of it, with. But if you got four, I mean, and 24 gig should be plenty to run the sim.
Right?
Yeah, that's what I've always heard.
But yeah, I'm on the razor's edge of being able to even stream and run the sim.
Uh,
I can't believe I've gotten away with what I've gotten away with so far. So
yeah, because after you're having that, I did a little Google searching on the i5 2500K, was it? Was it? Is that what you I think you said i5 2500K, and I was like,
exactly.
that was introduced in 2011.
I know.
Like, wow. Yeah, you got her wrung out, baby.
Yeah, she may not look like much, but she's got it where it counts, I guess.
That's right.
I got to get that as a sound alert quote.
You- yeah, she doesn't look like much. She's got it where it counts. Oh, I was so bummed that Twitch silenced your section where you
Oh, right?
got your raid, or your raid, or not the raid, the hyper train thing,
Yeah, the hype train.
hype train. I mean, it totally silenced it. It just didn't like take the music out, took the whole darn audio out, and it was their audio.
And it was their audio from their application.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh dear.
I submitted a ticket. I haven't heard anything back to say,
Oh,
hey,
oh, good.
guys, come on,
Yeah.
what gives?
No kidding.
Um, but yeah, I was on cloud nine, and
Oh, that was so awesome.
even though there's no audio, I think it comes across that I was pretty elated.
Yeah, and I saw that there's no audio, but that's why I clipped the portion like
Okay.
leading into it. That was still good at the beginning of it, so I decided, I'll just put this up. So
I didn't think I'd get to level one, because
no,
I never had one,
yeah,
and I
yeah,
didn't know what to expect or whatever,
uh huh.
and I
It
just
just
thought it
kept,
would fizzle out and like, okay, I'm 60% of the way
uh
to
huh,
level one, and I'll take it. I
yeah,
remember saying, I'll take it, man. I'm happy, man. This is great. And then it just kept
kept
going and
going
going.
and
Yeah,
going and
and
going.
yeah,
That was cool.
yeah. That was a Forder that learned to fly that rated me, and
Yeah,
and everybody that was on his stream that was showing the love and doing that support and
yeah,
stuff. So
yeah.
huge
Kudos,
huge thanks, kudos and
kudos.
thanks.
You
Yeah.
bet.
Matter of fact, let's see here. I don't know. Let's see here. What does this do if I click on this?
I'm gonna take a quick. I got to mute for a second, and it looks like I got a follower. Oh, subscribe, DH Paradox. Thank you. And gifted Flox gifted a tier one to DH. There you go. Awesome.
Oh, that's what that does when I click on that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
Oh.
That's how that works.
Awesome, Dawson. Thank you, Fox.
Oh, you're welcome.
Appreciate that.
I don't have any of the bits. So anytime I want to do any, show any love or support,
Uh-huh.
I gotta subscribe. I gotta subscribe or gift a sub.
Sure, sure.
I haven't done the bit thing yet. I gotta figure that out.
I'm still learning on that kind of thing. I can, you know, you, on most other channels that you follow or subscribe to, you've got to have time gathered up of watch time before you get enough that you can uh, have enough bits to contribute. Is the word, I guess you'd say. And
I think bits. Okay, so I don't
where do
know.
where do you pay for
You pay for them.
you pay for bits? Yeah, that's right. Because the bits that I gave you the other day cost a couple bucks.
There you
So
go. Okay, so
so That
and
works that way too.
you
Yeah.
go. I think I saw it. I haven't done it yet. That's why I say I got to figure it out.
Yeah.
But I think you go and say, okay, I'd like to purchase 1,000 bits or whatever it is,
Uh-huh.
and then
Uh-huh.
you have those bits as a bank, and you can kind of dole them out however you want. Is that how it works?
I think so. I think so. Yeah, I got to take a timeout just for a second. I got to mute and
Okay, sorry
I'll
about
be
that.
right back.
Okay, this is weird. My sim audio is coming through on the external speakers for some reason. Huh. Let me mute that for now. Why is it doing that?
There we go. All right. Spare you guys from having to watch me and listen to me blow my nose.
My sim sounds are coming through on my external speakers, so people were probably hearing my music coming through my mic, and I'm like, why is it
Oh,
doing that?
interesting.
I just muted it, so I'll
Okay.
have to figure that out.
No problem.
Okay, I got the P38 selected, and here's splash shrimp.
What runway am I on? I'm on the one that goes north straight out to the
Yeah, I see it there.
yeah. And so the second part of the night, I just downloaded somebody had just created some new scenery, airport scenery for Duxford in England, Cambridge, the Air Museum, and
Cool.
from based on the pictures, it looks really cool. Um, this is the second scenery designer that has done Duxford, and they've gone to another level with the accuracy of the buildings. They've put people in the crowd, like there's an air show going on.
Oh,
So that's what we're gonna. That's our second flight for the night. We're gonna fly around Cambridge, or figure out where to go in England. Maybe we'll fly from Duxford down to Biggin Hill. I haven't been in the Spitfire for a couple months, so I don't know if I'll take the Spitfire or not. But it could be a new adventure in crashing. Just kind of now getting used to the P38. So
I haven't flown the P38 here for a little while. Got getting my quadrant set up here.
mhm.
Okay, quadrant is set. My engine died for some reason. Let me try a restart.
It always seems like I have to reset my master and avionics switches. Don't know
Yeah,
why.
mine were off, and plus my quadrant was set up for a complex single instead of a twin.
Yeah. I've found that just leaving mine as a twin um, works about the best instead of pulling off and putting on the levers all the time. And just leaving it as a twin. And then when I fly the singles, I just move the levers that I want to move, you know, and leave the other ones alone.
Oh, I'll have to try that.
Yeah. Instead of switching over all the time, you know.
Okay, I got one engine started.
Now, one thing I did do different when I noticed that I could start it with the switch on the Alpha was I started on the end of the runway instead of on a parking spot. So I wonder if that makes a difference in startup.
Oh, it shouldn't, right?
I wouldn't think so, because when I've started cold and dark on the ramp before, I can't start it with the key switch on the alpha. I have to I have to use the mouse, and go to the go to the interior panel and flip the switches in the panel, and start them up individually.
Okay, I think we are
Oh yeah, I
ready.
see you out in front of me. Mm-hmm. Yep.
You did a disappearing act on me.
Oh really? Got you right in front of me. I'm behind you still.
All right, I'll move off to the side here, and then I'll follow you.
Oh yeah, yeah. I see you move. All right, cadets, let's rock and roll. Get those emotes up there if you got them, guys. Fill the screen. I remember I still click on them individually. I know you told me one time how to do it, but all right, release the brakes, and let's make sure we don't. It's nice and easy.
Those Halloween emotes, that's funny.
30 inches. 35. All you need. Doesn't take much. You're up. And we're in the air.
Ditto. Yeah, I like the P38. She's a nice one.
Yeah, and it's so smooth. And I mean, I'm climbing right now at 2,000 feet a minute, and it looks like I'm just sailing along. It doesn't feel like I'm climbing that fast. I'm gonna stay kind of closer to the ground on this flight.
Yeah, welcome to Palm Springs, and
Yeah,
here in a moment, off to our right there is North Palm Springs,
yeah.
and then further up north, up against the mountains, up there's a little town called Desert Hot Springs, as I recall. And off your right wing there, I'm not sure about the delay. Oh, yeah, off
There
your
we go.
right wing there
Uh huh.
is Interstate 10.
Yeah.
And a bunch of wind turbines, right?
A few
And
hun-
I have
hundred.
swam I've swam in those aquifers. I think I mentioned that in last stream.
Yes, sir.
I did I put pictures on your Discord of
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
my shop truck there in one of those aquifers in the spillway.
Yep.
Yep. And then later on,
Shoot.
I actually got a commercial driver's license with a water tank endorsement.
Oh
I
yeah.
was I was on the facilities maintenance crew, so I
Ah.
was uh, I was learning how to climb the telephone poles and do splices, high voltage splices,
Oh
and
wow.
transformer maintenance, the huge transformers that are out there, transformer maintenance,
Uh huh.
and then that also included road maintenance was part of the utilities responsibilities.
Right.
And so I ended up getting a commercial driver's license with a water tank endorsement in order to be able to drive the water truck out there.
Cool.
And I would go by, and at lunchtime I'd stop by my buddies' towers. They would climb down, and it's like 112 degrees, 110 degrees, right?
Yeah.
And we would, and we were allowed to wear shorts, um,
Mm-hmm.
like these polyester shorts and stuff. We would climb in the back of the water truck, and there's baffles in there, these big, huge metal baffle plates that go across.
Right.
They only go down from the top of the water tank to down about halfway,
Yep.
so you can kind of duck underneath them.
Yeah.
And we would duck underneath them and get in the middle of the water truck there,
Yeah.
sit on the drive train rod,
Yeah.
spin the impellers and stuff like that to spray the water. They went right through the shaft.
Uh-huh.
Went right through the middle. We'd sit on that and just shoot the shit for a half an hour, cool off,
Wow.
and then duck back underneath the baffle,
Uh-huh.
and then climb back out, eat our lunch, and then you were totally refreshed and ready to work for the rest of the afternoon. It was amazing.
And it was cool inside of there because of the water being there?
It was, yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow. I would think the metal of the tank would have it made it like a furnace. But
No, you know what? Now that you mention it, I'm thinking, why wasn't it like that? But no, it was actually nice in there.
interesting. Yeah, that's cool.
And by the time, but about that time of day, half the water tank was empty.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Where when we were sitting on that shaft, that drive shaft,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
like our shoulders and up was above the water, right?
Oh, so you're underneath the gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah,
Yeah. And in the desert, evaporation is your friend.
yeah.
So once you got out, you probably weren't wet for more than 5 minutes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Very cool. Here's Banning up
Yep.
ahead.
And I think it was in what's that guy? What's that movie? Okay, who's that comic that had the children's morning show?
Pee Wee Herman.
Pee Wee Herman.
Gotcha.
Pee Wee Herman did a movie, and if I remember right, during that movie he ends up at this rest stop that has these concrete dinosaurs, full size dinosaurs. Do you remember
Uh-huh.
that?
Kinda. Yeah, yeah. Yep.
Okay, that's here in Banning. We're actually we're passing over it.
Oh, really? Awesome.
Yeah, yeah, that rest stop.
Cool.
There's a brontosaurus and then a T-Rex. It used to be just a brontosaurus,
Yeah.
and then they added a T-Rex also.
I remember the old Sinclair stations all had that dinosaur at the
Well,
old.
it's in Toy Story. That
Yeah.
was in Toy Story too. I remember
Uh-huh.
seeing that dinosaur in the Toy Story movies.
Now I figured out. Now you've got to, in order to do this, you've got to not be on. I'm going to drop the tanks. Okay, so you've got to come down to. Let's see. Your tanks have to be on reserve, or not on reserve. So they're on main, and then the next thing you got to do is these master switches over here. I think you got to turn them on. Both of them, arm them, and then you got to go to a keyboard command. Let me get this squared away. And they don't tumble and fall. I don't think is the only thing. I
They
think
disappear.
yeah, I think they just disappear. It's Control Shift D, and then they just. But and it changes the dynamics of your plane quite a bit. You notice the little rise in altitude there, yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I'll be darned.
So I think we got to take a little bit of a right here. Once we're through the gap.
The
I'm
San
just-
Gorgonio Pass.
Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So, okay, now we need to, yeah, we need to straighten out a little bit more. I'm just kind of going based on little nav map here. We're all right. We're all right.
Chino's not that far away, is it?
No, it really isn't. I was kind of surprised how close it is.
I'm like, oh man, maybe I should start losing altitude already.
Quite possibly. I got to think about it too.
God, this area is so well rendered right now as I'm looking at it.
Isn't it amazing? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it really is. Oh, this thing just wants to climb. I'm at 7,000 feet.
Yeah, so am I. 6,500 right now. It's kind of descending a little bit.
Yeah, I'm coming down now. And then I've used the dive brakes a little bit too. That helps slow you down if you got too much speed on an approach. And it's just the slash button on the keyboard. And
I thought the flaps and the dive brakes were the same thing. Like,
no,
okay, they're separate. Okay,
yeah.
good to know.
You look underneath here. If I hit slash button, you see these little wedges that come out.
There's a delay, so I'll let you know when I see it.
Back in. I get a side view kind of.
Oh yeah, I see them.
Yeah.
Huh. Perfect.
And then back in. It helps slow you down a little bit. I'm going to get back to the little nav map because I'm not really sure. I'm on track. Okay, we're good.
That might be Lake Paris on our right. I see
Yeah.
a lake, and there's kind of an island in the middle of it with a kind of a mountain on the side of the lake.
Yeah.
That might be Lake Paris.
I see a lake back there.
And off your left wing.
Oh, other left. Okay, other left. And oh yeah, big lake. There we go.
I'd have to look at a little map. I don't have a little map up to see if it's
There's
Paris.
There's Paris Valley, so airport. So I bet it is.
Yeah.
Interesting.
When I did a discovery flight, yeah, that's it. I did a discovery flight in a ultralight, a
Oh.
two-seater Quicksilver MX, I think it was,
Uh-huh.
ultralight, and the airport that we took off from, I think it's that little Paris Valley airport there that's on the far side over there that you see in the distance, the little point of interest thing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's where we took off from.
Oh, cool.
And then we flew along the ridgeline of those mountains right next to Lake Paris, went around the lake, and then back.
Oh, yeah.
That was an experience I'll never forget. It's like a flying launcher. I couldn't believe it.
Wow. Just catching updrafts wherever you could.
No, you don't need to. They got plenty of power. They can fly on their own. But
Gotcha.
Yeah, for whatever reason, he went kind of along that ridge line there. I think it's just because of the view and stuff.
Sure. Oh, you said ultralight. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why I heard glider when you said that, but gotcha.
Trying to see if I see you, but
I've-
you're still doing that disappearing act on me.
Uh,
I'm just following along by looking at your stream and looking at references, landmarks and stuff. To see
I
how
can
we go.
I can still see you.
Am I close to you at all? Or a little
Mile
far away?
mile or two. You're still showing up. I can still see your beacon light.
Yeah, I see it. Yep.
I'm seeing an airport, but it's not showing. Does that say Riverside Municipal?
Could be. Yeah, we're near Riverside.
Not sure where Chino is. Oh, it's a little further. Yeah, okay. Never mind. Chino's off a little further. level off a little bit with throttle. Seems to want to sync. And now wants to climb. Fine. Especially with the warbirds, it's always a little more tricky finding that delicate balance of trim versus power. Yeah, I think Chino is going to be off to the right. No, that's Ontario International. All right.
I've flown out of Ontario a number of times.
Have you?
Hmm.
I've flown out of John Wayne 2 or 3 times. That's a nice airport.
Yeah, that's over by Disneyland, if I remember right.
Yeah, it's down south. It's down by oh, can't think right now.
Pomona? Orange
Uh,
County?
yeah, it's Orange County. It's Mission Viejo, San Clemente, that area.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, Pomona is where I got my '67 Camaro at the swap meet there. They used to have it every Saturday, or I can't remember,
Oh.
once a month.
Oh yeah.
They would have this huge swap meet there, muscle cars,
Uh-huh.
you know, all years, all types, and everything.
Cool.
And it was an automotive swap meet, and I had a '57 Chevy pickup truck in high school,
Uh-huh.
and I was rebuilding the engine and doing body work and stuff on it, and I was able to get components for that pickup truck down there at that swap meet also.
Wasn't there
It's a picker's paradise, man.
wasn't there a major NHRA event at Pomona? Seems like I
Yeah.
remember there being a drag
Yeah,
strip
that
there.
sounds right.
Yeah.
I just saw Arctic Tern off in the distance, so he's flying in this area too.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Up ahead?
Yep.
Okay.
Ahead and to the left there. I think he just disappeared on me.
Hmm.
Let me take another look here from the outside camera. Yeah, he just disappeared. Over by Nippy's Metals or whatever that is. Snipe. Oh, there he is. Yeah, Arctic Tern. He just popped back in again.
Hmm. Yeah, I have
Probably your 11 o'clock. There's a group of flyers over there at your 11 o'clock, right off your left wing there.
yeah, I see a combobulation of names. It's TEH Probot and Disco Throne.
Oh, to the left of that, there's another group.
Oh, I'm not seeing them then. Snippy Metal. Oh, there's Arctic Tern. Gotcha.
Yeah, you see them?
Yeah, gotcha. Yep.
And I tell you what, they're looking this way going, oh, look, there's Splasher and Phlox.
Right, right. And I am way high. I think this is Chino coming up here.
Pulling power.
It is. I am. I'm going to shoot for like 21. Runway 21 here. This way. I'm going to turn to the right. I think 21 is a, yeah. Okay. Oh, these airports are really close together. Ontario and Chino. Kind of surprising.
See if I can figure out where you're
Well, I'm kind of flying away from 21 right now, so I can turn back and come around
Okay.
and let.
Try to mirror what you're doing. I see the mountain range that
Yeah.
I'm using as as a reference right now.
Mm-hmm. So I find the compass really hard to read in this E38, unfortunately. Also trying to bleed off speed. I can get my gear down. All right, now I'm going to make my turn 180 degrees. Back around. Try to keep my speed not too high. And see if I get the runway coming into view. Yeah. There it is. Perfect. I'm going to go flaps 1, about 175 knots. Got my gear down. I want to be around 150 if I can. Might be a little far out still. I level off a little bit with some throttle.
I'm not sure if I have a good reference for where you're at here.
I am just crossing over a body of water. I'm headed towards
You are.
21
I actually see you now.
on final.
Okay. I actually see you in the sim now, so I'm coming over.
Gotcha.
I wasn't too far away. I was off to your right here.
Okay.
I think that might be Interstate 10.
Down below.
Yeah. It's a little. I just kind of flew over it. It's a little bit away from where you're at right now. You might not be able to see it. Yep. There's 10 in Ontario. Yeah, because I remember Ontario is like right off of 10. As you're driving down 10, they parallel one another, so you can actually
Oh,
watch the traffic coming in. So
gotcha.
I see Ontario on my right wing right now,
Uh-huh.
right alongside 10 over there.
Uh-huh.
But I have you dead ahead of me, so I'm coming in
Short final.
using you as a reference here.
See how this goes. Pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back. Bounce.
These dive brakes are lifesavers.
Aren't they? Yeah. Hey, not bad. I don't know what my touchdown speed was. Hit the brakes a little bit and try to figure out where to taxi. Okay, that wasn't too bad. All right. I have no idea. It doesn't want to turn very sharp once it's on the ground. Is that? Yeah, you notice that too?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, I'm close to the control tower. That's where I'm pointing myself here. So I'm just going to pull straight in and park.
Gear down.
I see you coming in. Let's see if I can get up in the. Make this thing go fast enough. There you are. I'm still too far away, but I can see you a little bit. Nice. Looks good.
Oh, it just bounced a little bit. There it goes.
Not bad.
The gear is a little. I thought I had like another like a foot or two to go down before my gear touched. It was a little deceiving.
Yeah. It's-
Fishtailing here down the runway.
It's long-legged. You sit a long way up off the runway. Come on. Where are we at? I need to adjust the speed on my drone cam. Wish that would.
Just stay where the heck I left it.
Yes.
Okay. All right. We're gonna put it on our wish list on the Zendesk.
Yeah.
Everybody vote. Everybody vote.
Yes. Everybody vote. Leave the drone alone.
You know, even if I had to just set it once, like when I start the sim,
Yeah.
okay, and then
Right.
for the rest of the time,
Right.
it's fine. Just leave it. But
Yeah.
every time you get in and out of the drone cam, it
know.
resets. Come on.
I
It's
know.
out there for a reason.
I know. And it's not like it's an obscure, rarely used feature, It's like everybody who's running a stream does it this way. Trying to figure out what livery. Are you on? You have California Girl?
Default livery. I actually kind of like the matte green and like over the nose. There's the matte green over the nose, and then the kind of the chrome. Yep.
Cool.
I'm trying to guess where you're at by your drone camera here. I'm just taking a crack here.
Oh, other way. Yeah, you need to go. See where the control tower is?
Yeah.
Head towards the control tower. Here.
Yeah, I was using your drone cam as a reference.
Sorry.
Okay. No, it's all good.
I'll take you over there. Give you a view.
Put it in 3-wheel drive here and go over this grass.
Yeah. Right.
I've heard of Chino, but never been to Chino. It's the first time.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, I get it mixed up with Chico. Now, Chico, I know where that is because that's one of the places where Dad trained, and that's like way up north, Northern California Central Valley, like north of Sacramento, north. And so early on, I got it mixed up with Chico and Chino. So.
Oh yeah, was it Chico and the Man?
Yes, Chico and the Man.
Well, I don't know if I ended up near you or not. I think
I did. So you did. Yep. Okay. You're right off to my left.
And I saw that little gap on your screen.
I
can't see those two other planes.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I can't see them on my sim. But I positioned myself there based on what I saw on your sim.
Trying to see if I can get in a position where I see your tags. There's also somebody named Wolfgang Kraus. If you're out there watching, welcome. Wolfgang Kraus in a Cessna 172. I'd tell you to rock your wings, but you're on the ramp, so.
Get in close to him and ask him
to
waggle his rudder.
Yeah, hang on. Because he's kind of blending in with you right now. You're like right next to him.
A little bit.
Yeah, push back like behind the yellow dashed line. If I can figure out how to run the drone to a point where I can see. Back up a little bit. So Wolfgang, if you're out there, waggle your rudder. And he's gone. Wolfgang's bashful. That's okay. That's
Those
okay, buddy.
TVs here.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
didn't realize it because I can't have extra traffic turned on. Um,
Oh, right, right.
so I don't ever see any of the aircraft vehicles moving
Yeah,
around. I don't
yeah.
see extra aircraft parked and stuff. But what I'm noticing in the past few streams that I've been watching is it seems like the artificial planes that are kind of parked there
Mm-hmm.
pulls from what your inventory of planes is. Like those GBs there. You have a GB,
I
right?
do. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so the sim says, "Hey, he's got a GB.
It, yep.
Let's throw that in as a plane that's parked on the tarmac, in a given place."
It does that, and then I've got an add-on um, scenery thing in add-ons linker. Is it in scenery? So I have one folder here. You can see. I think I've pulled up here. It's I put stuff like asset and developer packs in there. So there's stuff like scenery resources that if you download other people's sceneries, they pull from those asset packs.
Oh wow! Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
you've probably heard of Dave's
Yeah,
Live. Yeah,
yeah. Dale, on Forder's channel, Dale made a scenery
yeah.
where he actually used the Mike's asset pack for
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
different things. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So I may be interpreting this wrong, but you need to, if you get down the road when you get a higher horsepower computer, you need to keep uh, these in your community folder, because if you go to an airport or scenery that developer used these packs,
Mhm,
you will
mhm.
you will see these objects, and one of them is Dave's. No, it's not seaplane base, but there's a library of vintage planes
Oh,
that somebody has made out there, and I can't remember which file it is. But it's in Flight Sim 2. And it's not a Dave's file, and it's not a
Mike.
BK.
There's one called Mike's too. I don't know if it's his.
Mike, yeah, Mike's Asset Pack. And there's TSR Windy Things. That's another one that's used quite commonly. Yeah, if I find it all. Oh, here we go. Aircraft Collector's Vintage 1, the very top.
Cool.
Aircraft Collector Vintage 1. It'll put vintage aircraft in your at your airports that you land at randomly. It's kind of like the ships thing, that puts ships in all around the world. You've seen that one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard of it,
Yeah.
but I haven't used it yet.
Yeah. With your setup, probably you'll want to wait because it's a drag. Yeah.
No
Yeah.
pun intended.
It opens up a lot of stuff, but it's really cool stuff. But anyway, all righty. We'll keep moving along here. Maybe we'll see how far into it are we here. Timeline. I still got your lightning pulled up here. We are about an hour and a half in. Let's take a 5 minute break, 5 or 10. Let's say 10 minute break, and we'll respawn at and I didn't write down. It is going to be at Duxford. It'll be easier to just to open up the England folder. EGSU. EGSU. GSU. Yeah, there you
Both
go.
did it at the same time.
Perfect. Perfect. And see, I got 10:18 Central Time, so it would be about 10:30, and we'll put up the break banner
Hey,
here.
just
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna bail out.
Okay.
Last last night I was working with raisins in your toast,
Oh
and
yeah.
he's going to give me a bit of an introduction with using a localizer and
Oh.
waypoints to step down and come into Scappoose.
Oh,
And
good. And
I
you can,
completely I completely forgot that, like, oh, it was Friday night fun night, and so I thought, oh, maybe I can balance it out. So
not a problem. Always appreciate it because when he teaches you, then you can teach me
yeah, there you go.
on the Saturday stream tomorrow, hopefully.
I don't know.
So
There's a lot to learn, so we'll
there
see.
is, there is. Always appreciated, Phlox. Say hi to Raisins for me,
We'll
and
do.
we'll do about a 10-minute break here, and we'll come back at EGSU.
All right, good night, all.
Night. Okay, so back we are at EGSU, Duxford, in England, and we're trying out a new scenery pack that just got released here a couple days ago in Flight Sim 2, and let me bring that up and show you a link to it before we check it out. The pictures looked really good, so I'll have that up here in just a minute. Should have prepared for that. Sorry about that. Oxford. I'll put this in chat if y'all want to go out and get it. Which chat, paste, enter. There we go. By the designer Chico Mick. So give him some props. We're gonna do a little fly around with the drone camera here before we fly out of Duxford to I don't know where yet. Maybe down to Biggin Hill. We're still in the P-38. I should be in the Spitfire, but I haven't flown it for a while, so I'm trying to stay away from that disaster. So we'll hop in the drone cam. Maybe. Yes. And by the looks of things, it also reset the drone speed again. Yes. When they talk about fixing things, why can't we have the drone speed stay where we left it? So this looks really good. I mean, I don't live near Duxford, but I've been here a couple times in the last 20 years, and the buildings are very accurate, as I recall. And he's put a bit of a crowd, like it's something's going on, like something's happening, like there's an air show. The thing is, I wish there was a B-17 in the sim so we could put a B-17 in the. Slow the drone speed down a little bit. I don't need to go that fast. But this looks really cool. I wonder if going in the buildings. Yeah, all this is very accurate. This is really cool. Wonder if. Okay, an empty building, but that's okay. That's okay. Still looks good. Looks great from the outside. We're at EGSU and we were reviewing. Oh, this is like a playground. Very cool. Made to look like a not a Liberator. Yeah, the Douglas World Cruiser would be good. Yeah, I remember you sending me that picture, Viper Strike. That would be cool. If y'all ever get a chance to get to England and you like aviation, this is the place to go. Cars in the parking lot. Oh, this is exactly the most recent I was here was 2014, and this is how I remember it. Yeah. And the really cool thing is you can, some of these buildings are shops where they maintain the fleet of planes that they have like the largest active fleet of airworthy warbirds in the world, and they let you walk through the shops um, in the right places. It's cordoned off and kept orderly, but that is really cool. Let's see if they've what the inside the buildings here look like. Yeah, yeah, it's hard to do that. I really like the pic the uh, mock-up of the typical World War II control tower. That is very accurate. How he's done that. Yes, that is really accurate. I wish I was smoother at my drone camera operations. And these planes, last time I was there in 2014, these commercial airliners here, these prop airliners, they were here. That's accurate. Lockheed Electra out on the ramp here. I think it places that because I've got a Lockheed Electra in my inventory. Haven't flown yet. Got to get that with this weekend with the Braniff Airlines nomenclature on it. I like how he's put people in the crowd. That's awesome. Yeah, this is really cool. And this shell shaped building is the American Air Museum, which I got to go to the grand opening for in 1997 with the tour group with my dad and his ball turret gunner. We got to tour England with the 100th Bomb Group, and we were at the grand opening. The Queen was there, and it was a big to do. And this Flasher, I want to know if you have bought the JU-52 within the last few days or so. And not yet, but Viper, it's taunting me. It's it's all I can do to resist at the moment. After having bought both the Electra and the P-38 on the same weekend about a week ago. Yeah, I know it's only $15, and these glass panels are really in the real life, and I think they represent um, all the American air units that served. They don't show any detail. Come on, but they represent all of the American air units that were located in England. Um, Bomb groups, fighter groups. I know. I don't be surprised if by the end of the weekend it's in my hangar. Their Viper. It's definitely could be one of the next planes I buy. But this is really cool. They've done this. All the signage is accurate. This is a really cool building. and there's an entrance right there. You walk into the upper level. I bet you they probably don't have anything in it. Let's see if I can get this to go in here. It's I think it's just really cool that they've shown the what it looks like looking in. Now going in is probably different. Yeah, yeah, it's just grass, everything on the inside, which is all right. No criticization, not being critical there. But I think it's pretty cool that you can look in there and see the B-17. I think they have a B-29. They've got a C-47 hanging from the. There's a P-47. There's an SR. There's a B-17. They might have a B-29 in there also. I can't remember. But you can look in and see all the airplanes in there. That's pretty cool. That is really cool. They got an SR-71 in there also. But anyway, that's the American Air Museum. That's Duxford. We were all sitting out in this area in chairs and everything, and they had a big screen up in front of the building, and so you could see the speakers and the presenters, and the the U.S. Air Force band, jazz band, was playing like right here, and this door uh, was where the Queen came out of. I walked up. They had all this cordoned off, so you could see the band playing right here, and all of a sudden they pushed back the crowd, and the Queen and her entourage and the King were also with her. Came walking out this door as they left from their miniature tour of the museum that day in 1997, long time ago, 30 years, crazy. And then they all walked out this way, and right about where this jet is was where her plane was parked. As I recall, this is all tarmac. It was either that or her car was out here, and then oh yeah, that's right. She arrived in a helicopter. That's why. Because I didn't think that she didn't arrive in an airplane, and she drove up and down this taxiway here, waved at the crowd. So pretty cool. This is a great job that he's done here on this scenery. The grass maybe a little bit on the green side, but still doesn't look too bad. The developer again is on FlightSim.2, Chico Mick. So if you want a really nice representation of Duxford, go out and pick it up. Definitely. So let's buzz on back here to the P-38. Hop in and do a little flying. This thing started up. And maybe we'll fly down to Biggin Hill. A little flight down there towards London. So, and insert. There we go. I think that gets me back in the cockpit. Yay. All right. Now let's see how it starts. it starts with the key or not. Let's get the mixture up. Now the levers work. Do not understand that. Maybe it'll be cold and dark and I won't be able to. And both of them work. This is the first time that I can move both throttle levers on my Bravo, and both throttle levers work in the sim. Not been able to do that before. Batteries on, avionics on, beacon, nav, and strobe. So hey Viper, if you're still there, where's the next baseball stream going to be at? Is it both on? Okay, that's good. Okay, let's see if she'll start up with the. Is the brake on? There we go. Houston, Texas. 1400 Zulu on Sunday. Super. Brakes on. All right, there we go. All right, let's get this. Let's see. Fuel. This is what I always forget. Are we on the right? Yeah, we're pretty good. We're on the mains. We'll be all right. Okay. We're on the mains. So let's do the key start. See if that does what we want. The key starts. Both of them. I'll be darned. Okay. And the RPM's down. I'm going to have to do a closer external view of that next time. I love how the turbochargers glow a little bit and the smoke puffs out when they start up. That's pretty cool. I read somewhere today in the Discord for Flying Iron, or it was either Flying Iron or Got Gravel, that the next update for the Spitfire is going to have smoke and fire out of the exhausts when they start up the Spitfire, the next update. So that will be cool. So all right, brake release and we'll take off. And a full pressure 30. And up to 40. That's all we need. Gear up. And we're on our way. Also heard that they are doing a bush and float variant of the Spitfire. Get out. You're kidding me. Come on. You're pulling my leg. Yeah. Now that Got Gravel is on the Flying Iron team. Now, somewhere over here, north of Cambridge, we're going to try to find it, is the American Cemetery for fallen aviators during World War II. We need to come back a lot with the manifold pressure. This thing wants to climb like crazy. There we go. Level her off. be honest, there were 3 Spitfires that were converted to float planes, but none of them saw service. Is that right? I have never heard that. That's awesome. That's a new one. I'd never heard that. Now I'm gonna have to pull up the map here. Oh, come on, focus in here. Harston, Oxton. How do you keep the highway off to my right? Comberton, Hardwick. Mattingly. That's what I need. Mattingly. Mattingly. Now I gotta remember where the cemetery is. It's at this intersection, I believe. It's hard to find. We may not find it. There it is, right there. I don't know if I'll be able to see it in the sim or not. Flight's going pretty good. I'm actually finally getting the hang of the Spitfire for once, relatively. My takeoff and landings have been uneventful so far, and it starts with the key on the Alpha for some reason. Haven't figured that out yet. But we're looking for the American Airmen's Cemetery. Spitfire, you mean the Lightning? We were talking about the Spitfire earlier, but yes, I mean the Lightning. I think I've probably overflown it. Yep. Gotta turn around. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find this in a fast flying airplane or not, but I've flown by it a couple times. It's the American Airmen's Fallen Airmen's Cemetery from World War II. It's in Mattingly, just outside of Cambridge. It's hard to spot unless you're flying low and slow, but it's got a beautiful mosaic chapel in it. That is just breathtaking. Hundreds of thousands of tiles in a mosaic. Night Viper, thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate it, as always. Try to catch you. There's the cemetery. Try to catch you this weekend. There's the cemetery. Right around there. Anyway, what we're going to do eventually is head towards Biggin Hill. That'll be our ending flight for the night. Just kind of keep it low and slow, or low and fast, I guess, with the Spitfire. Or I said it again, with the Lightning. Let's see. head straight south. I'll go right over London. See how the frame rate handles London with the lightning. It's really interesting with this plane. I know you just popped in angry, but um, tonight, I mean, just now with this flight right now, was the first time I've gotten visual movement of both throttles and the props and the mixture levers with with the Bravo after I spawned in at Duxford. I don't know. It seems like it changes every time. It functions, but I never got actual movement, visual movement. But when I spawned in at Duxford just a little bit earlier tonight, a little bit earlier, which by the way, if you missed my tour of the of that latest update of Duxford, that Chico Mick, I believe, is the developer, released earlier in Flight Sim 2. It's really good. We took a little tour. He's done a nice job. So let's do a little drop tank action here. Oh, I got to turn on everything. That's what I got to do first. Got to activate everything. Master switch, left and right. Here. And then Control Shift D. I wish they'd tumble instead of just disappear. That would be so cool. Bye bye. Pick up a little airspeed. Oh, yeah. Wants to climb more. I kind of wish somebody would come up with a custom mod for different cockpit views. But for the P-38, like it's done for the Spitfire and several other planes. Still wants to climb. We're going to do a flight down to Biggin Hill, pass over London. Fuel left, fuel right. Looks good. Carb air. Coolant temperatures are in the green. Good. Not stressing anything. Check my course. Oh yeah, we're getting close to London. Gotta remember what the airport code is for Biggin Hill. There's Gatwick. Where's Biggin Hill? Red Hill. There's Biggin Hill. EGKB. Yeah, if I stay on this course, I'll be really, really close. Good. Still would like to get a little bit down closer. The only thing about the, well, okay, that's magnetic, I suppose. Is the compass. Compass is a little bit hard to read. Downtown London. I'm guessing. Start coming down a little bit in altitude. Let's see what the old. I haven't flown through London for a while. See where the old. Pull that up. Do it. See what the old frame rate does. Won't do on the overlay. Yeah, so there's London City Airport. Okay, now I kind of know where I'm at. All right. So I'm really kind of jonesing for the JU-52. I think I might have it this weekend. I'm not sure. But after getting the Lightning and the Lockheed L10 all in 1 week last week, I've kind of been holding off on my sim investment. I'm trying to take it easy. Oh, this is pretty good. Mid 50s for flying over London. Wow. Been a while. I'm waiting for the frame rate to start having a conniption here. It's not doing it yet. And now we're into dipping into the 30s. I thought that would start happening here. Now we're down in the core of downtown. 40s, 30s, still 30s. Oh, now here's the bigs. Yeah. Oh, big hiccup. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. She doesn't like that. Not at all. Big hiccup. Wow, I'm surprised it recovered from that. You guys see that black screen? I thought it was all over for a minute. It was like, what are you doing to me? We haven't been to London for months. All right. We're still back to like 40 or 50. All right, I'll take it easy on Yanni. Get out of London. You guys definitely got to watch the VOD for that. That was like a 5-second black screen of death. What? You want me to what? Want me to render what? London? Where's that? Gotta check the map. I got off course a little bit, I bet. Be off to our left a little bit. Croydon. Be the left of Croydon. There's Biggin Hill. Oh, I'm surprised it showed up that far away. Oh, let's get the sun out of our face, maybe. A little bit. There we go. Okay, we can start slowing down anytime now. Back to about 2,000. 25 inches on the manifold. There we go. Much better. Puppies doing good. Let's hit the old dive brakes. Our speed down. Come on, baby. Slow her down. That's better. Okay, go 90 degrees. Okay, line up there. Her nose up just a little bit. Lead some speed off. It still doesn't want to do. We still got the dive brakes on. Gee, many Christmas. Come on, sweetie. All right. I think we're at the gear point. Do the gear. Nope, she doesn't want it. She still wants to slow down. Get that turn made. Now put the gear down. Oh, overshot a little bit. Flaps. That'll help haul it in. Manifold pressure back up just a little bit. Gears down. Go. Down around 100 and below 150. Level her out. Should be good. One more level of flaps. Pulling her back. Bounced her a little bit. All right. Well, not too bad. Not too bad. At least I don't have her skidding all over the runway like I used to. Let's get her turned. Trying to figure out. She really doesn't like to steer. I figured that out. Why that is the case. No. Yeah, she really doesn't like to steer very well. That's what I want. There. All right. With that, we'll probably wind down for the night. Brakes on. Mixture back. Key off. Call her a night. Old 23 Skidoo. Oh, interesting. Didn't want to take a picture. Huh. Figure that out. Huh. I'll be darned. All right. Put our electronics off. And we'll call her a night. Try one more try. Nope, error occurred. Please restart your game to use this feature. All right. All right. Whoever's left, thanks for following along. And this is Splasher 6 Flight Sim. Check next week when we'll be on the Pan American Highway on our first venture into Panama. So Central America. So definitely check it out next Tuesday night. And until then, everybody have a great weekend. Good night.